The galaxy was unprepared for humanity's sheer audacity. They turned a peaceful negotiation into an all-out barbecue. The horizon of the star K-74 Alpha was bathed in the incandescent glow of distant nebulas, their eerie light filtering through the thick viewports of the Queen Atlas. Admiral Harrison Lee stood, hands clasped behind his back, staring into the void. The United Earth Navy had come a long way since the first clunky rockets. Now they commanded fleets capable of crossing vast interstellar distances. But with that power came responsibility and occasionally moments of shocking overreaction. "Admiral, the Council is ready for you," said Lieutenant Myers, his voice cutting through the serene hum of the bridge. Lee nodded and turned, his stern face a mask of focus. The Council had called an emergency session after receiving disturbing reports from the outer colonies. Alien fleets, massive, sleek, and ominously silent, had been spotted near human territories. The Zerani, an enigmatic race with unknown intentions, had made their presence unmistakably clear. Entering the war room, Lee faced a holographic table displaying the galaxy's current tactical overview. Around the table sat the brass of the United Earth Navy, each one looking more tense than the last. "Admiral Lee, what's the latest intel on the Zerani movements?" asked General Connors, his gruff voice betraying the worry that no one dared to voice. "We have confirmed sightings of multiple Zerani fleets amassing near Sector 12. Their trajectory suggests they are preparing for a coordinated strike on our frontier worlds," Lee reported. "Given their technological superiority, our defensive measures might not hold without significant reinforcements." Connor frowned. "We've tried diplomatic channels, but they've either ignored or rejected our attempts. They want something, and they're not asking nicely." The room fell silent, the gravity of the situation sinking in. The Zerani's capabilities were largely unknown, but humanity had never backed down from a challenge. "Admiral," said President Allen, who had joined the meeting via hologram from Earth, "we need a decisive action plan. We cannot afford to wait for them to strike first." "What do you propose?" Lee took a deep breath. "It's time we show the galaxy that humanity will not be intimidated. We strike first, and we strike hard. Operation Hammerfall." The room erupted in a mix of shock and approval. Operation Hammerfall was a contingency plan, a massive counteroffensive designed to cripple any enemy fleet before it could pose a significant threat. It was a high-risk, high-reward strategy, but desperate times called for desperate measures. "Are you certain, Admiral?" President Allen asked, her holographic eyes piercing. "This could escalate into an all-out war." "It already is, ma'am. We just haven't accepted it yet," Lee replied, his voice steady. "Our window for a preemptive strike is closing. We need to act now." After a moment's pause, Allen nodded. "You have the green light, Admiral." Godspeed. The UN Atlas, flagship of the United Earth Navy, cut through space with lethal grace. Alongside it, an armada of battleships, cruisers, and support vessels moved into formation, ready to execute the most audacious military maneuver in human history. In the Atlas's hangar bay, Commander Robert Cooing oversaw the final preparations. Pilots donned their exosuits, mechanics fine-tuned their starfighters, and Marines conducted last-minute checks on their gear. The atmosphere buzzed with a mix of tension and excitement. "Commander, all units are reporting ready," said Lieutenant Graham, his young face pale but determined. Cooing clapped Graham on the shoulder. "Good. This is what we've trained for. Let's give the Zerani a welcome they'll never forget." As the fleet approached the Zerani Armada, the bridge crew worked with clockwork precision. Sensors scanned for any anomalies, communications monitored enemy chatter, and weapon systems primed for maximum firepower. "Admiral, we're within range," reported Myers. "Awaiting your command." Lee's eyes narrowed as he took in a sight of the alien warships, sleek and formidable. The Zerani vessels floated in perfect formation, their eerie blue glow a stark contrast to the human fleet's utilitarian design. "All ships, this is Admiral Lee. Engage Hammerfall protocols," he ordered. "Commence attack." The void of space erupted into chaos. Human battleships unleashed a torrent of missile and energy blasts, their coordinated strikes aimed at the heart of the Zerani formation. Starfighters swarmed out of hangar bays, darting between the massive vessels, engaging enemy fighters in a deadly dance. The Zerani, caught off guard by the ferocity of the human assault, scrambled to mount a defense. Their sleek ships fired back with plasma beams and rail guns, but the sheer volume of the human offensive was overwhelming. "Enemy shields are holding, but we're making a dent," reported Myers, his voice tense with excitement. Lee watched the battle unfold, his mind racing through potential scenarios. The Zerani were formidable, but humanity's strength lay in its adaptability and relentless spirit. "Deploy the Valkyrie," Lee ordered. In the Atlas's hangar, a massive hatch opened, revealing the Valkyrie, a prototype superweapon designed for one purpose: overkill. It was an experimental railgun capable of firing projectiles at near-light speed with devastating accuracy. "Commander Kuing, you have the honor," Lee said over the comm. Kuing grinned, his face lit by the glow of the weapon's charging coils. "With pleasure, Admiral." The Valkyrie fired, a blinding lance of energy streaking through space. It struck the lead Zerani dreadnought, piercing its shields and tearing through its hull. The explosion was spectacular, a silent inferno that consumed the vessel in an instant. "Direct hit," cheered Graham, his voice echoed by the whoops and shouts of the crew. But the battle was far from over. As the Zerani reeled from the initial shock, they regrouped, their ships forming a tighter defensive grid. Their counterattacks intensified, and the human fleet found itself pushed to its limits. "Admiral, we're taking heavy fire," reported Myers. "Our shields won't hold much longer." Lee's jaw tightened. "All ships, focus fire on the Zerani flagship. We take it down, and the rest will follow." The fleet adjusted, directing their combined firepower at the Zerani command ship. Missiles and energy blasts converged on the target, battering its shields and carving into its armor. The Zerani flagship retaliated, its plasma cannon slicing through the void. Several human ships were hit, their hulls breached, venting atmosphere and debris. "Valkyrie, one more shot," Lee ordered. Kuing nodded, his face grim. Firing in 3, 2, 1, the second shot from the Valkyrie streaked through space, hitting the Zerani flagship dead center. The ship shuddered, its structure failing under the immense pressure. In a brilliant flash, it exploded, a chain reaction of secondary blasts tearing it apart. The destruction of their flagship threw the Zerani into disarray. Their formations broke, and the human fleet pressed the advantage, targeting the remaining ships with relentless precision. "Admiral, the Zerani are retreating," Myers reported, his voice jubilant. Lee allowed himself a rare smile. "Pursue and neutralize. No survivors." As the human fleet chased down the fleeing Zerani, Lee knew this was only the beginning. The galaxy would learn that humanity was not to be trifled with. If the Zerani or any other race thought they could intimidate Earth, they would soon realize the folly of underestimating human resolve and capacity for overkill. The Star's Cape was littered with the debris of battle, a silent testament to the ferocity of the human counterattack. Admiral Lee surveyed the aftermath from the bridge of the Queen Atlas, the tension of the battle giving way to a grim determination. Victory had been achieved, but at a cost. The wreckage of human and Zerani ships alike floated in the void, a stark reminder of the brutal encounter. "Status report," Lee ordered, his voice steady but with an undercurrent of urgency. Lieutenant Myers, still buzzing with adrenaline, quickly pulled up the data. "We've lost 6 battleships, 12 cruisers, and multiple support vessels. Casualty estimates are in the thousands. However, our forces have eliminated the majority of the Zerani fleet in this sector. Remaining enemy ships are retreating towards their home territory." Lee nodded, absorbing the information. The victory was significant, but it was far from complete. The Zerani would regroup, and humanity needed to be ready for their next move. "Admiral, we have a transmission from the Zerani," said Communications Officer Parker, his voice tinged with surprise. "Put it through," Lee commanded. The main screen flickered, revealing a tall, imposing figure of a Zerani commander. His features were sharp, eyes glowing with an otherworldly intensity. "Humans," the Zerani began, his voice a resonant growl, "you have proven formidable. But this conflict is far from over. Our empire will not forget this day." Lee stepped forward, his gaze unwavering. "Neither will we. Know this, humanity will defend its territory and interests with unwavering resolve. If you seek peace, it must be on terms that ensure our mutual respect and security." The Zerani commander studied Lee for a moment before the transmission abruptly ended. "Well, that went well," muttered Commander Kuing, who had joined the bridge after the Valkyrie's successful deployment. "Admiral, what's our next move?" Lee turned to his officers, the weight of leadership heavy on his shoulders. "We strengthen our defenses and prepare for their retaliation. At the same time, we reach out to potential allies. The Zerani are not the only power in this galaxy, and there are others who may see the benefit of standing with us against a common threat." President Allen's hologram flickered back to life. Admiral, we've already received messages from several factions interested in discussing potential alliances. Your decisive action has caught the attention of the galaxy. Lee nodded. Then we use this momentum. Humanity will not stand alone. We will forge alliances, build our strength, and ensure that no threat, Zerani or otherwise, can ever again underestimate our resolve. As the bridge crew began coordinating the next steps, Admiral Lee allowed himself a moment of reflection. The battle had been won, but the war for humanity's place in the galaxy was just beginning. The stars outside the viewport seemed a little less hostile, a little more hopeful. The galaxy had witnessed humanity's capacity for overkill, but it would soon learn of its capacity for resilience, unity, and ultimately peace. The galaxy was vast and diverse, with countless species each holding their own territories and technologies. Uniting these disparate factions was no small feat. The first step was a summit on Epsilon Prime, a neutral world known for its sprawling diplomatic complexes and state-of-the-art security systems. Leaders from various star systems gathered to discuss the new Zerani threat and the potential for a united front. Admiral Lee, representing humanity, stood before a council of alien dignitaries, each one wary yet intrigued by the prospect of alliance. Esteemed leaders, Lee began, his voice carrying the weight of recent battles. The Zerani's aggressive expansion threatens us all. We propose a coalition, a united force to stand against their tyranny. The room buzzed with muted conversations as the dignitaries considered Lee's proposal. A tall, blue-skinned alien with luminescent patterns across his skin, Ambassador Jara of the Tolkien Confederacy, spoke first. Admiral Lee, humanity's actions have been unconventional. Your recent victory is impressive, but many here question your methods. Lee nodded, acknowledging the skepticism. We understand your concerns. However, the Zerani will not be deterred by diplomacy alone. They respect strength, and only by presenting a united, formidable front can we hope to secure lasting peace. As debates continued, Lee's words slowly began to resonate with the council. The Fender Collective, a race of insectoid beings known for their hive mind efficiency, expressed tentative support. Humanity has shown resilience, said the representative, a clicking mandible accentuating each word. If we are to survive, cooperation is essential. One by one, the factions began to agree, their fear of the Zerani outweighing their mistrust of each other. The summit concluded with a historic pact, the formation of the Galactic Coalition, a multi-species alliance dedicated to mutual defense and cooperation. Back on the Queen Atlas, preparations were underway for joint military exercises to build trust and coordination among the coalition forces. Engineers from different races shared knowledge, integrating various technologies to create hybrid weapons and defenses. In the training simulators, human pilots flew alongside alien counterparts, learning each other's tactics and strengths. Commander Cooing oversaw the drills, his no-nonsense demeanor ensuring discipline and efficiency. All right, listen up. We're not just representing Earth anymore. Our new allies are counting on us to be as good as we say we are. The newly formed coalition didn't have long to wait before the Zerani struck back. Reports came in of a massive fleet heading towards Epsilon Prime, determined to crush the nascent alliance before it could solidify. Admiral Lee called an emergency strategy meeting, the holographic table displaying the enemy's approach. Our scouts estimate the Zerani fleet will be here in less than 48 hours, reported Myers. We need a plan, and we need it now. The coalition's representatives gathered, their faces set with determination. We will stand together, declared Ambassador Jara. The Zerani will see the strength of our unity. The battle was fierce and chaotic. The Zerani fleet, sleek and deadly, clashed with the combined forces of the Galactic Coalition. Human battleships, Fender war drones, and Tolkien energy frigates fought side by side, their combined firepower creating a deadly storm. The Zerani, though formidable, found themselves outmaneuvered by the diverse tactics of the coalition. Admiral Lee coordinated the defense from the bridge of the Queen Atlas, issuing commands with precision. Concentrate fire on their flagship. If we take it down, their command structure will falter. Amidst the chaos, the Valkyrie was deployed once more, its devastating power now enhanced by alien technology. Commander Cooing, at the weapons controls, focused on the Zerani flagship. Firing sequence initiated. Let's give them something to remember. The shot was true, slicing through space and striking the enemy ship with catastrophic force. The Zerani flagship erupted in a blinding explosion, the shockwaves sending debris hurtling through the void. The remaining Zerani ships, leaderless and demoralized, began to retreat. Cheers erupted across the coalition fleet as the realization of victory set in. The victory at Epsilon Prime solidified the coalition. Trust and respect grew among the member races as they worked together to repair and improve their fleets. Joint operations became the norm, with shared patrols and mutual aid agreements enhancing security across their territories. On the diplomatic front, treaties were signed, establishing trade routes and cultural exchanges. The Galactic Coalition was not just a military alliance, but a burgeoning community of diverse species working towards a common goal. Despite their victory, Lee knew the Zerani would not give up easily. Intelligence reports indicated they were regrouping, likely preparing for another assault. "We need to stay ahead of them," Lee said during a high-level strategy meeting. "Our next step should be to take the fight to them, disrupt their plans before they can launch another attack." The coalition leaders agreed. A plan was devised to strike at key Zerani outposts, weakening their ability to wage war and buying the coalition time to fortify their defenses. The coalition's counteroffensive was swift and decisive. Utilizing the element of surprise, they targeted Zerani supply lines and strategic installations. Human and alien soldiers fought side by side, their combined efforts wreaking havoc on the Zerani's infrastructure. Each successful mission brought the coalition closer to their ultimate goal, forcing the Zerani to the negotiating table under terms favorable to lasting peace. One of the most daring missions was led by Commander Kuing, tasked with infiltrating a heavily guarded Zerani research facility. Intelligence suggested that the facility housed experimental weapons that could tip the balance of power. The strike team, composed of elite soldiers from various coalition races, faced formidable defenses. "Remember, failure is not an option," Kuing reminded his team as they prepared for the mission. "The fate of the coalition could depend on our success." Penetrating deep into Zerani territory, the strike team encountered fierce resistance. Automated turrets and drone fighters challenged every step. Using a combination of human ingenuity and alien technology, they disabled security systems and neutralized guards. Inside the facility, they discovered plans for a new class of warship, capable of overwhelming coalition defenses. "We need to destroy this place and get these plans back to our fleet," Kuing ordered, setting charges to demolish the facility. The team's escape was a race against time. As explosions rocked the facility, they fought their way to the extraction point. Zerani reinforcements closed in, but the team's coordination and bravery saw them through. Evac shuttles whisked them away just as the facility imploded, a Pyrrhic victory for the Zerani. The capture plans were a treasure trove of information, providing crucial insights into Zerani technology and tactics. Back at Coalition headquarters, the successful mission was celebrated, but Admiral Lee and the Coalition leaders knew the fight was far from over. The Zerani, though weakened, were still a formidable foe. "We've dealt them a significant blow, but we must remain vigilant," Lee said. "Our ultimate goal is peace, but we must be prepared for the Zerani's inevitable retaliation." With the coalition stronger than ever, the focus shifted towards long-term stability. Defensive fortifications were enhanced, and diplomatic efforts intensified to bring more races into the fold. The coalition's message was clear: unity and strength would ensure peace and prosperity for all. As the galaxy watched, the coalition's example inspired other systems to seek cooperation over conflict. The Zerani, refusing to admit defeat, launched a last-ditch effort to reclaim their dominance. Their remaining fleets converged on a critical coalition world, hoping to break their spirit. The coalition, forewarned by their intelligence network, was ready. The battle was epic in scale, with fleets clashing in a massive, multi-front engagement. The coalition's unity and resolve, forged through countless trials, proved unbreakable. In the aftermath, the Zerani, their power broken, sued for peace. The terms, dictated by the coalition, ensured a lasting peace and security for all member races. The galaxy had changed, united by the common cause of defending against tyranny. Admiral Lee, reflecting on the journey, felt a profound sense of accomplishment. "We've shown that unity is our greatest strength," he said in his address to the coalition. "Together, we build a future where all species can thrive in peace." Years later, the Galactic Coalition stood as a beacon of hope and cooperation. Trade and cultural exchanges flourished, and the military alliance ensured the safety of all member worlds. Humanity, once seen as unpredictable and reckless, was now a respected and integral part of this new order. The lessons learned in the fires of war forged a legacy of unity and resilience, ensuring that the galaxy would never again fall prey to the forces of division and conflict. With peace established, the Galactic Coalition turned its efforts towards rebuilding war-torn worlds. Epsilon Prime, the site of the historic battle, became a symbol of unity and resilience. Joint reconstruction projects saw humans, Fender, Tulkun, and other coalition members working side by side to restore cities and infrastructure. Schools, hospitals, and cultural centers were built, showcasing the rich diversity of the coalition's member races. The coalition established the Council of Unity, a governing body to oversee interstellar affairs and ensure that all member races had a voice in decision-making. The council met on Epsilon Prime, with representatives from each species. Admiral Lee, now a respected elder statesman, served as an advisor. The council's strength lies in our diversity, he often reminded the members. We must continue to listen, learn, and grow together. The coalition's cooperation sparked a technological renaissance. Scientists and engineers from different races collaborated on groundbreaking projects. The Valkyrie, once a symbol of human ingenuity, became a shared asset, its technology improved by the combined knowledge of the coalition. New advancements in energy, medicine, and space travel transformed daily life across the galaxy, improving the quality of life for billions. With stability restored, the coalition turned its gaze outward. Exploration missions were launched to chart uncharted regions of the galaxy, seeking new allies and resources. Joint exploration teams, equipped with cutting-edge technology, ventured into the unknown, discovering new worlds and species. These missions not only expanded the coalition's influence, but also deepened the bonds between its members. To foster greater understanding and unity, the coalition promoted cultural exchanges. Festivals, art exhibitions, and educational programs showcased the unique traditions and histories of each race. On Earth, the streets of major cities hosted markets where one could buy Tulkun textiles, Fender art, and even taste exotic dishes from across the galaxy. These exchanges enriched lives and broadened perspectives, laying the foundation for a truly united galaxy. Despite the coalition's successes, there were whispers of complacency. Some members worried that the coalition's rapid expansion and prosperity might lead to overconfidence. Admiral Lee, ever vigilant, warned against letting their guard down. Peace must be defended as fiercely as it was won, he said during a council session. We must remain united and prepared for any future threats. The coalition's unity was soon tested by a new threat. Deep space explorers reported encounters with a mysterious and hostile race, the Zalvoran. Unlike the Zorani, the Zalvoran were enigmatic and technologically advanced, striking without warning and vanishing into the void. The council convened to address the threat, with intelligence reports suggesting the Zalvoran sought to exploit the coalition's resources. Recognizing the severity of the threat, the coalition mobilized for war. Joint military exercises intensified, and new strategies were developed to counter the Zalvoran's hit-and-run tactics. Admiral Lee, drawing on his experience, emphasized the importance of adaptability and unity. The Zalvoran are unlike any enemy we've faced, he told his commanders. We must think like them, anticipate their moves, and strike decisively. The first major confrontation with the Zalvoran occurred in the Abyss, a dark and treacherous region of space. The Coalition fleet, now a seamless blend of human and alien technology, engaged the Zalvoran in a brutal battle. The Zalvoran's tactics were unconventional, but the Coalition's unity and adaptability proved decisive. The battle was hard-fought, with heavy losses on both sides, but the Coalition emerged victorious, forcing the Zalvoran to retreat. In the aftermath of the Battle of the Abyss, Coalition scientists analyzed captured Zalvoran technology and intelligence. They discovered that the Zalvoran were a nomadic race, driven by a desperate need for resources. This revelation led to a heated debate within the Council. Some advocated for continued military action, while others, including Admiral Lee, saw an opportunity for diplomacy. Understanding our enemy is the first step towards lasting peace, Lee argued. A delegation led by Admiral Lee and representatives from key coalition races was dispatched to negotiate with the Zalvoran. The journey into Zalvoran space was fraught with tension, but the delegation was determined to find a peaceful resolution. After tense negotiations, the Zalvoran leader, Kroth, agreed to a truce. We seek only to survive, Kroth explained. If your coalition can provide the resources we need, there may be no need for further conflict. The coalition and the Zalvoran reached an unprecedented agreement. In exchange for resources and aid, the Zalvoran would cease their attacks and join the coalition. The integration of the Zalvoran was a complex and delicate process, but it ultimately strengthened the coalition. The addition of the Zalvoran's unique skills and knowledge opened new possibilities for cooperation and growth. With the Zalvoran now allies, the coalition entered a new era of unprecedented cooperation and prosperity. The lessons learned from their conflicts and alliances forged a galaxy more united than ever before. The Council of Unity, now expanded to include Zalvoran representatives, continued to guide the coalition towards a future of peace and exploration. Decades later, the galaxy looked back on these tumultuous times with a sense of pride and accomplishment. The Galactic Coalition had transformed from a desperate alliance into a beacon of hope and progress. Admiral Lee, now retired and celebrated as a hero, reflected on the journey. "Unity is our greatest strength," he often said. "As long as we stand together, there is no challenge we cannot overcome." The legacy of the coalition lived on in the hearts and minds of all its members, a testament to the power of cooperation, understanding, and unwavering resolve. The galaxy, once divided by fear and mistrust, now thrived as a community bound by a shared vision of peace and prosperity for all. With the galaxy at peace, the coalition launched the Exploration Initiative, a massive program aimed at discovering new worlds and understanding the mysteries of the universe. Admiral Lee's successor, Admiral Tessa Rowland, spearheaded the initiative. "Our future lies among the stars," she proclaimed. "We must explore, learn, and grow." The coalition's best scientists, engineers, and explorers embarked on missions that pushed the boundaries of known space. The Starfinder, the coalition's most advanced exploration ship, set course for the edge of the known universe. Its mission, to map uncharted regions and seek out new life forms. Captain Aaron Cade, a seasoned explorer, led the crew through nebulae, black holes, and other cosmic phenomena. Along the way, they discovered ancient civilizations, mysterious artifacts, and breathtaking celestial wonders. In a distant galaxy, the Starfinder encountered a civilization known as the Ancients, a race that had existed for millions of years and possessed knowledge far beyond anything the Coalition had ever seen. The Ancients were enigmatic and aloof, but they agreed to share some of their wisdom. Through delicate diplomacy, Captain Cade secured a limited exchange of information, opening a new chapter in interstellar knowledge and cooperation. The Coalition established the Ancient Library, a vast repository of knowledge shared by the Ancients. Located on a neutral world, the library became a center for learning and research, attracting scholars from across the galaxy. The knowledge gained from the Ancients accelerated advancements in science, medicine, and technology, leading to breakthroughs that improved the lives of all Coalition members. To celebrate the Coalition's achievements, a great gathering was organized on Epsilon Prime. Leaders, scientists, artists, and citizens from all member races attended, showcasing their cultures and sharing their stories. Admiral Tessa Rowland delivered a stirring speech, emphasizing the Coalition's commitment to peace, exploration, and mutual respect. "We have come far," she said, "but our journey is just beginning." The Coalition established Unity Day, an annual celebration of their shared achievements and commitment to cooperation. Unity Day became a galaxy-wide holiday, marked by festivals, parades, and cultural exchanges. It served as a reminder of the Coalition's origins and the importance of working together towards a common future. Despite the Coalition's successes, internal challenges arose. Economic disparities, political disagreements, and cultural differences threatened to strain the unity. Admiral Rowland, with the Council's support, worked tirelessly to address these issues, promoting dialogue and understanding. "Our strength lies in our diversity," she often said. "We must embrace it and learn from one another." A faction within the Coalition, discontented with the current leadership and seeking to assert their own power, launched the Shadow Rebellion. Led by the charismatic but ruthless General Tharn, the rebels sought to overthrow the Council and establish their own rule. The rebellion sparked a series of skirmishes and unrest, threatening to unravel the Coalition's hard-won peace. Admiral Rowland and her allies mounted a determined defense against the rebels, balancing military action with efforts to win hearts and minds. Key battles were fought on several worlds, with Coalition forces demonstrating remarkable resilience and ingenuity. The tide turned when a covert mission led by Captain Aaron Cade infiltrated the rebel headquarters, capturing General Tharn and dismantling the rebellion's leadership. In the aftermath of the rebellion, the Coalition focused on healing and reconciliation. Programs were established to address grievances, rebuild trust, and ensure that all voices were heard. General Tharn was tried and held accountable for his actions, but but efforts were also made to reintegrate former rebels and prevent further divisions. The Council emphasized the importance of unity and mutual respect, working to strengthen the bonds that held the coalition together. To ensure future generations understood the importance of unity and cooperation, the coalition founded the Galactic Academy. Located on Epsilon Prime, the Academy welcomed students from all member races, providing education in science, diplomacy, and cultural studies. Graduates of the Academy became leaders, diplomats, and innovators, committed to the coalition's ideals. To mark the coalition's enduring legacy, a monumental structure known as the Celestial Beacon was constructed on Epsilon Prime. The beacon, a towering spire of light visible from space, symbolized the coalition's commitment to peace and exploration. Inscribed with the names of those who had contributed to the coalition's success, it served as a reminder of their shared journey and the bright future ahead. Admiral Tessa Rowland, reflecting on the coalition's achievements, shared her vision for the future. "We have built something extraordinary," she said in a speech broadcast across the galaxy. "But we must continue to strive for greater understanding, deeper cooperation, and commitment to exploring the unknown. Our journey is far from over, and together we will create a future where all races can thrive." As the coalition looked to the future, it remained vigilant, prepared to face any challenges that might arise. The lessons learned from their past struggles and triumphs guided them, ensuring that they remained united and resilient. The Galactic Coalition, once a desperate alliance forged in the fires of war, had become a beacon of hope and progress, proving that unity and cooperation could overcome even the greatest of challenges. Admiral Lee, in his final years, often visited the Celestial Beacon. Gazing up at the spire of light, he felt a deep sense of pride and fulfillment. "We have come so far," he would say to visitors, "and there is so much more to discover. The galaxy is vast, and our journey is just beginning. Together, we will explore, learn, and build a future brighter than any star." And so the Galactic Coalition continued its quest, driven by the spirit of unity and the unyielding determination to create a better future for all. With peace firmly established, the Coalition shifted its focus to new frontiers. The Discovery Initiative was launched, sending probes and exploratory missions into regions of the galaxy that were previously inaccessible. These missions aimed to uncover new resources, unknown species, and secrets of the cosmos. The Coalition's scientists and explorers eagerly embraced this new era of discovery, driven by the promise of new knowledge and opportunities. One of the most significant discoveries was a cluster of planets known as the Lost Worlds. These planets, hidden within a dense nebula, were home to ancient civilizations that had been isolated for millennia. The Coalition sent diplomatic teams to establish contact, eager to learn from these ancient cultures and integrate their knowledge into the broader galactic community. The Lost Worlds offered a wealth of new technologies, philosophies, and cultural practices that enriched the Coalition's diversity. Dr. Marcus Hayes and his team made a groundbreaking discovery in the field of quantum mechanics, leading to the development of the quantum leap drive. This new technology allowed ships to travel instantaneously across vast distances, revolutionizing space travel and communication. The quantum leap drive opened up previously unimaginable possibilities for exploration, trade, and defense, further solidifying the Coalition's dominance in the galaxy. To celebrate the Coalition's achievements and plan for the future, the Unity Summit was held on the newly terraformed planet of Aurora. Representatives from all member races gathered to discuss their shared goals and challenges. The summit emphasized the importance of collaboration, innovation, and mutual respect. Keynote speeches by Admiral Tessa Rowland and other leaders inspired a renewed commitment to the Coalition's ideals. The Galactic Expo, an event showcasing the latest advancements in technology, culture, and science, was held annually on different Coalition worlds. The Expo became a symbol of progress and unity, attracting visitors from across the galaxy. It featured exhibitions, demonstrations, and forums where ideas and innovations were shared. The Expo fostered a spirit of collaboration and creativity, driving the Coalition's continuous growth and development. Despite the Coalition's successes, a new threat emerged from the depths of the galaxy. The Zarn, a ruthless and highly advanced species, began encroaching on Coalition territories. Unlike previous adversaries, the Zarn are driven by a desire to consume and assimilate all other life forms. Their relentless advance posed a grave danger, forcing the Coalition to once again prepare for war. The Zarn invasion began with devastating attacks on frontier worlds. Their bioengineered ships and weapons overwhelmed Coalition defenses, leaving destruction in their wake. Admiral Tessa Rowland, now a seasoned leader, rallied the Coalition's forces. "We have faced darkness before," she declared, "and we have triumphed. We will do so again." The Coalition mobilized its fleets, fortifying key positions and preparing for a protracted conflict. The Battle of Epsilon Prime was the Coalition's first major engagement with the Zarn. The Coalition's fleets, equipped with a quantum leap drive and enhanced defensive technologies, clashed with the Zarn Armada. The battle was fierce and costly, but the Coalition managed to hold the line. The valiant efforts of Coalition pilots, soldiers, and strategists demonstrated their resilience and determination. Recognizing the need for additional allies, the Coalition reached out to other species threatened by the Zarn. The Alliance of Necessity was formed, bringing together diverse races with unique strengths. This new alliance included species that had previously been neutral or even hostile to the Coalition. The shared threat of the Zarn forged a bond of cooperation, uniting them against a common enemy. The Coalition and its new allies launched a coordinated counteroffensive against the Zarn. Using advanced tactics and leveraging their diverse strengths, they began to push back the invaders. Key victories, such as the liberation of the planet Dracos and the defense of the Aurora system, marked the turning point in the war. The Coalition's adaptability and unity proved crucial in turning the tide. Intelligence gathered from captured Zarn vessels revealed the location of their central hive, the Heart of Darkness. The Coalition planned a daring assault to strike at the heart of the Zarn and cripple their ability to wage war. Admiral Roland personally led the operation, coordinating a multi-pronged attack involving the best ships and warriors from the Coalition and its allies. The final assault on the Heart of Darkness was a monumental battle. Coalition forces fought with unparalleled bravery and determination, penetrating the Zarn defenses and reaching their central hive. Admiral Roland and her team led a strike on the core, deploying experimental weapons and tactics to disrupt the Zarn's control network. The battle was intense and brutal, but the Coalition's resolve never wavered. With the destruction of their central hive, the Zarn's command structure collapsed. Their ships and soldiers, now leaderless, were quickly overwhelmed by Coalition forces. The remnants of the Zarn fled, their once unstoppable advance halted. The Coalition emerged victorious, having faced and defeated the greatest threat in their history. The galaxy was safe once more, and the Coalition's unity and strength were reaffirmed. In the aftermath of the war, the Coalition focused on rebuilding and renewal. Efforts were made to restore damaged worlds, support displaced populations, and heal the scars left by the conflict. The Alliance of Necessity evolved into a permanent partnership, fostering deeper cooperation and mutual support. The Coalition continued to explore, innovate, and strive for a brighter future, guided by the lessons learned from their struggles. Admiral Tessa Rowland, reflecting on the Coalition's journey, shared her vision for the future. "We have faced great challenges and emerged stronger," she said in her farewell address. "Our legacy is one of hope, unity, and resilience. We must continue to work together to explore the unknown and to build a future where all races can thrive in peace and prosperity." As new leaders emerged, the Coalition remained committed to its ideals. The next generation, inspired by the achievements and sacrifices of their predecessors, took up the mantle of leadership. They carried forward the spirit of exploration, innovation, and unity, ensuring that the Coalition would continue to thrive and grow. The future was filled with possibilities, and the Coalition stood ready to embrace them. The Coalition entered a new era, marked by unprecedented advancements and discoveries. The quantum leap drive enabled the exploration of distant galaxies, uncovering new worlds and civilizations. The Coalition's scientists and engineers continued to push the boundaries of knowledge and technology, driven by a relentless curiosity and a desire to improve the lives of all. A new dawn had arrived, and the Coalition was poised to lead the way. With their unity and strength, the Coalition took on the role of guardians of the galaxy. They protected vulnerable worlds, mediated conflicts, and promoted peace and cooperation. The Coalition's influence extended far and wide, earning them the respect and admiration of countless species. They had become a force for good, a beacon of hope in a vast and sometimes dangerous universe. Even as the Coalition thrived, a new and unseen threat loomed on the horizon. Strange anomalies and disturbances began to appear, suggesting the presence of an unknown and potentially dangerous force. The Coalition's best minds worked tirelessly to understand and counter this new threat, knowing that their unity and resilience would once again be tested. Admiral Tessa Rowland, now retired, often visited the celestial beacon. Looking up at the spire of light, she felt a profound sense of pride and fulfillment. "We have come so far," she would say to those who joined her, "and we will continue to face whatever challenges come our way. Our journey is eternal, and we are the guardians of the galaxy." The Coalition's legacy of unity, exploration, and resilience lived on, ensuring that they would always be ready to face the unknown and build a future filled with hope and promise. The anomalies that had puzzled the Coalition scientists turned out to be the work of a hidden civilization known as the Silent Shadows. This species had mastered stealth technologies, making them nearly invisible to conventional detection methods. Initial contact was fraught with tension, as the Silent Shadows had their own reasons for remaining hidden. Diplomatic efforts were intensified to establish communication and understand their motives. After months of delicate negotiations, the Coalition reached an agreement with the Silent Shadows, known as the Shadow Accord. The Accord established protocols for mutual respect and non-interference, allowing the Silent Shadows to maintain their privacy while contributing their advanced stealth technologies to the Coalition. This new partnership added another layer of strength to the Coalition's defenses and expanded their technological prowess. The Coalition embarked on a massive reconstruction project to repair and enhance infrastructure across its member worlds. This effort, known as the Great Reconstruction, aimed to ensure that every planet had access to the latest advancements in technology, healthcare, and education. The project also focused on environmental sustainability, employing cutting-edge techniques to restore ecosystems and promote biodiversity. With a galaxy at peace and resources abundant, a new generation of scholars emerged. The Rising Scholars were a group of young, brilliant minds dedicated to pushing the boundaries of science, art, and philosophy. Their innovative ideas and groundbreaking research led to numerous advancements, from revolutionary medical treatments to profound new theories about the nature of the universe. The Coalition supported their endeavors, recognizing that their curiosity and creativity were essential for continued progress. The Coalition introduced the Celestial Festival, an annual celebration of culture, art, and diversity. Held on different Coalition worlds each year, the festival brought together millions of beings to share their traditions, cuisines, and music. It was a time of joy and unity, reminding everyone of the rich tapestry of cultures that made up the Coalition. The festival also featured competitions and exhibitions, showcasing the incredible talents and achievements of its participants. Archaeological teams made a stunning discovery on an uncharted planet, the remnants of an ancient and advanced civilization predating all known histories. These echoes of the past offered invaluable insights into the early development of the galaxy. The Coalition established research facilities to study the artifacts and ruins, hoping to uncover lost knowledge and understand the rise and fall of this ancient civilization. The Coalition made significant advancements in artificial intelligence, leading to the creation of highly sophisticated AI entities. These AI were not only powerful tools but also sentient beings with their own personalities and aspirations. The Coalition faced ethical challenges in integrating AI into society, ensuring their rights and responsibilities were respected. The AIs contributed greatly to various fields, from space exploration to medicine, and their inclusion marked a new chapter in Coalition history. A revolutionary development in communication technology, known as the Cosmic Network, was unveiled. This network allowed for instantaneous communication across the entire galaxy, breaking down barriers and fostering unprecedented levels of collaboration. The Cosmic Network connected individuals, organizations, and governments, enabling real-time sharing of information and ideas. It became a vital tool for maintaining the Coalition's unity and facilitating rapid response to emerging issues. A new elite group, the Star Guardians, was formed to protect the Coalition from internal and external threats. These highly trained individuals, selected from the best of the Coalition's military and intelligence agencies, specialized in counterterrorism, espionage, and peacekeeping missions. The Star Guardians operated with precision and efficiency, ensuring the safety and stability of the Coalition while upholding its core values of justice and honor. The Coalition drafted and ratified the Universal Charter, a comprehensive document outlining the rights and responsibilities of all beings within the Coalition. The Charter enshrined principles of equality, freedom, and mutual respect, providing a clear framework for governance and conflict resolution. It was hailed as a milestone in galactic history, symbolizing the Coalition's commitment to a fair and just society. The Coalition's influence extended beyond its borders, leading to the formation of the Intergalactic Council. This body included representatives from neighboring galaxies, fostering cooperation and dialogue on a cosmic scale. The Council addressed issues such as intergalactic trade, environmental preservation, and mutual defense, It was a testament to the coalition's leadership and vision, promoting peace and prosperity across the broader universe. A major breakthrough in quantum physics, known as the quantum convergence, revolutionized energy production and utilization. This new understanding of quantum mechanics allowed for the creation of virtually limitless energy sources, transforming economies and societies. The coalition harnessed this power to eliminate energy scarcity, reduce environmental impact, and drive further technological advancements.